Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Muhi Khwaja, and today on American Muslim Community Foundation, we have with us the executive director and founder of Noor Kids, Amin Aaser. Welcome to the show, Amin.
Assalamu alaikum. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. And tell everybody where you're located.
I am located in Maple Grove, Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes and home of the Minnesota Vikings.
You know, you may have 10,000 lakes, but you don't have great lakes like Michigan. Boom. Uh, s-
Well, that's actually not true because we have Lake Superior,
yeah,
which
I
is
got
actually
it.
one of the Great Lakes.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, all right, fair
uh,
enough.
so, let everybody know in 2 minutes or less what Noor Kids is all about.
I'm sorry, did you say 2 minutes or less? Is the time ticking right now? Is it already ticking? It's already okay. Okay. I'm totally can
A
answer that.
minute's already gone. We've done
I'm not gonna
nothing.
lie. I get when people are doing presentations, they say 5 minutes or less or whatever. I for the speaker gets stressed out because I'm like, how are they gonna do it? And then, especially when they like do something like this, where I'm like, the time's ticking, buddy. All
It
right, let
totally
me
is
start.
ticking. Yeah.
All right. So Noor Kids is a organization that we created with one goal, and that is to help raise Muslim children who build a better world. And when we say build a better world, what does that actually mean? Islam is more than just prayer and just fasting. Islam is a way within which we can have moral perfection, character, akhlaq, and also a faith through which we can make the world a better place through caring about our environment, through caring about animals, through our neighbors, our families, so on and so forth. And through Noor Kids, we seek to build raise children who build a better world. Alhamdulillah, our organization started about 7 years ago at the labs of Harvard University, where we did a whole host of research on early childhood education to create Noor Kids. Alhamdulillah, today our work is now in about 250,000 homes across the world. We have two primary products. One is a akhlaq building program for children ages 4 to 9, within which every single month families receive a new book delivered directly to their home, along with like a global Muslim citizen passport where they collect badges and they're able to watch online programs every week. And then the second offering that we have are actual programs. So we do programs for communities across the country and across the world. Before COVID, they were in person, but now we do them online.
Fantastic. And you can tell you have your business pitch down, so we're back on track with time.
Oh,
Uh,
are we? Okay, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Oh, God, I should. All right, bismillah.
so, what would you like to say to the donors who support Noor Kids through American Muslim Community Foundation?
You know, um, the mind of a child is where change begins. We know that the first 9 years of a child's life are the most critical um, for the rest of their life. It's at that age that children are building a perspective of who they are and their belief system around how they make up the world around themselves. And so there is a higher return on our investment on children than any other age group. Changing the hearts and minds of adults is difficult. But if at a young age we can plant seeds of love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, plant seeds for character and akhlaq, plant seeds for understanding why we do what we do as Muslims, that bears amazing fruit. And for our donors, um, our work is literally only possible through support from families. And so, when an individual decides to donate or invest into Noor Kids, that I mean, none of this work could exist without them. And I'll share one more thing. I think about the impact of Noor Kids not just being direct, right? Direct meaning, oh, the child who reads our books. No, there's an indirect benefit too. What's the indirect benefit? We are raising the bar with respect to what is even possible with respect to the Islamic upbringing of Muslim children. Through work like Noor Kids, it inspires innovation across the world. And so, because of the work that we're doing, we're seeing full time Islamic schools, we're seeing weekend Islamic schools, we're seeing innovation in Muslim children's media. All of that is happening because we are serving as a catalyst and innovating because of the support from donors.
For sure. And you know, this partnership between AMCF and Noor Kids has been wonderful and fantastic. We're happy to support Noor Kids as their fiscal sponsor so that donations are tax deductible. And that's one of the creative ways in which we operate in this space. So, what would you like to say about AMCF in a minute or less? Because we're already past 5 minutes.
Are we seriously already
It's
past 5
been
minutes?
totally.
Oh my goodness, Muhi, you're talking too much, dude. Muhi, come on, buddy. What are you doing, man?
I'm just listening.
You got too many words, buddy. All right. So, with respect to AMCF, there's a couple things that we have to know, right? Number one is we're working on a very specific project, and that project is one that, alhamdulillah, we've been able to partner with AMCF for, and it's for an animated series. Look, the work that we've done with Noor Kids has been great. We've touched the lives of thousands of people, but we recognize that in order for us to take that next level, to go from thousands to millions, to go from US and Canada to global, we must invest into animated video. And it's impossible for us to do it alone. We have to do that in partnership with other organizations and through the support of our own Muslim community. AMCF has allowed us to do that. Without AMCF, we literally would not be able to introduce this type of innovation that's going to be free for our Muslim children all around the world. And so we owe a debt of gratitude to AMCF for existing, for supporting in this way. And number two, on a personal level with respect to AMCF, the work that they are doing with respect to donor advised funds are critical for our community, such that we can think about philanthropy to the next level, right? It's not just about donating $10 today. No, it's about creating a donor advised fund such that as a community, we can, benefit from the most strategic type of philanthropy that we can. And AMCF and Muhi are leading that revolution.
That right there is worth going over time. So thank you for that.
Oh, good. So talking about Noor Kids was not going over, was not worth it. But talking about AMCF, I get
not
it.
at all.
I
not
see
at all.
Priorities are.
The ability to partner with Noor Kids is always worth it. And to imagine your vision and you being so animated yourself, what an animated series of Noor Kids would be is just like, I'm so excited to see what it's going to be.
I can't wait to show you. Yeah.
So really quick, rapid response. What are 3 charities that you personally support with your sadaqa or zakat?
Yeah, so 3 charities. Number one is I do support Islamic Relief in the work that they do with orphans. I've seen the work firsthand, and I believe in it, and I trust it. And as an organization, I used to be a financial analyst, so I, look at the numbers. I do support the work that they do. I also support ICNA Relief in the United States. Domestic violence is a huge issue within the world right now, and certainly within our community, especially given COVID-19. If we don't support our mothers and children who are orphans in the United States, who else will? And then thirdly, your local masjid. There's a lot of local masajid that are struggling right now. Fundraisers have been canceled. So it's critical now more than ever to support these organizations.
For sure. I mean, we're definitely going to have you back on for a long format discussion. This 5 Fast series is a prelude to a Muslim philanthropy podcast that we'll be hosting. So we're really excited and honored to have you on the show. Thank you so much for joining.
So how much time did we actually take?
It's probably like 8.5 minutes. So.
8.5 minutes? Does that set a record for 5 quick minutes?
Yeah, this is the longest. We got to cut it.
Oh, my God, we got to cut it now? Because
right now.
The thing, I just figured if we talk longer, then it'll go longer.
All right. So, man.